Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is officially May, which means it is the start of Mermay, and as promised, I have an illustration of a mermaid in the background. For today's prompt for Mermay 2020, the theme was gold, and I got that prompt from the list created by Judy Blue 27 on Instagram. I will link her in the description below. As I said before, I am not going to follow just one prompt list, and I'm also not doing every day of Mermay. I've kind of broken it up into I think 9 or 10 days, and I've mixed a few prompts together from a few different lists that have been circling around on Instagram, and I will put the prompts and the days that I'm planning on doing in the description, so if anyone wants to follow along with me or just want to know what I'm doing or want to participate with me, that would be awesome. So I'll put all that in the description for you guys. But so this mermaid, this gold mermaid playing in the background, was kind of a challenge because it was kind of hard to get her tail looking like gold and having some kind of texture to it rather than just kind of looking like brown and yellow. But I think it turned out pretty good in the end. I did get to play around with some different brushes and make it look shiny. And I think towards the end you'll see that it actually looks like gold and not just orange. And I like how she turned out at the end of it. So anyways, moving on to the topic that I chose to discuss today, I wanted to talk about comparing yourself to other artists and kind of the pressure of always making things perfect. That is something I definitely struggled with, especially getting back into art after so long. I always end up feeling discouraged when I see other people's artwork, and I always compare myself, especially with all these social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Gumroad, and Patreon, and all Pinterest, and all these things. You see so many beautiful pieces of work, and you can't help but compare your work to their work. But what I end up doing is I feel discouraged after seeing everyone else's amazing pieces. But the important thing that I try to get back to is I try to remember that they all started from somewhere. They started probably right where I am today, and didn't know much about art. I mean, we all have to start from somewhere. I mean, no one is born knowing the fundamentals of composition and structure and anatomy and color theory and lights and shadows and reflections and all of these crazy things. And I think when we see all these amazing artists that have already mastered all of these concepts and brought in their skill levels to such a great stage, we forget that they have reached that stage after years and years of practice and years of learning. So at the end of the day, the most important thing is not to let that discourage us, but rather to let that motivate us and encourage us that everyone starts from somewhere, and maybe one day I will be at that level that I really want to get to. All it really takes is a little bit of hard work and a little bit of passion and a little bit of fun. That's the other part of it. When it gets to the point where you're just trying so hard but you're not really enjoying what you're doing, you're losing sight of it all. The most important part of all of this is just to have fun with it. It doesn't always have to be perfect. It doesn't always have to look beautiful. It doesn't always have to be this amazing masterpiece. It's all about having fun with it, enjoying the process of drawing and coloring and all of it. A lot of times we forget that the whole point is just to let go, have fun, have a creative outlet, and just at some point, for me at least, making these drawings and working on these pieces, especially when it gets to the coloring stage, because that's my favorite part, it becomes almost therapeutic. And if you're not enjoying it, then really what's the point? It doesn't have to be perfect or amazing. It just has to be fun and enjoyable, and you just have to let go, you know, and take that stress off. And I think that would make the biggest difference in anyone's work. And I noticed that difference in myself recently. So this illustration is just about done. At the end here, I just added a little bit of a background and some little bubbles so that you can see that she is in the water. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant, and you can look forward to another one very soon. Here is the final illustration. I hope you guys like it, and thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!